What's up? Welcome back to another video on Bandit Barney. What needs improvement in RDR2? Well, we went over what was wrong with RDR2 a couple days ago. Today, after Rockstar has already tweeted at us twice, letting us know that the changes they're making on the economy, that's their focus, and confirming that today, what's that gonna look like? What are these changes gonna look like, and when are we getting them? We're talking about it today, and also some really cool things that could come into play in Red Dead 2 Online that would really help balance and make the experience a lot more enjoyable. Rockstar has asked for a ton of feedback in this regard, and over the first opening beta weekend, things went a little off, to say the least. It was not the launch I think that they would have hoped for, but they took all the feedback in stride and are already within the second week of release giving us some outlook as to what those changes are going to look like. One thing they confirmed was the economy. The economy is changing, and soon. Come on, horse, jump down this. You're the best horse, I love you. So the economy is their focus, and what these changes are going to look like, well, let's talk about that. So far, hunting has pretty good prices, and actually it has the best prices, or money earned. Hunting is the most... Let me restart that sentence. So far, hunting has the best economy. Holy shit, it's an alligator. Hunting is the best way to get money, and I don't think that it needs to change much coming with the economy update. Now, Rockstar confirmed they are going to update the economy this week. We are getting that update, and the hunting I don't think will change at all. I think the hunting's got pretty good prices. Maybe there's a thing here or there, like the price on some animals, but so far maybe they take down a little bit how much the birds are worth, because they're right now worth so much, but they're pretty good. Everything else, though, in relation to hunting is not in place. That's where the economy really falls apart. For example, a stranger mission that takes you 20 minutes is going to net you $4. You can go hunting for 20 minutes and earn $40. So it's just not, it doesn't correlate at all. There's no correlation to these prices, and so that's where Rockstar is going to focus with this update. Is they're going to change those stranger missions. Those are going to come up in value. It's going to feel more worthwhile to do those. Now, on top of that, we're talking about story missions. Story missions just don't feel like they have the same replayability that you would hope for. Especially with the game having the amount of content it does, we want something that has a lot of replayability. And the story missions relative to hunting don't earn you nearly enough money. We can expect that to also be something that Rockstar focuses on with this economy update. Now, that leaves pretty much the only other way to earn money is gangs. And let's take into part not just gangs, but killing enemies in general. The bad guys that you encounter don't drop much change. They're carrying like 2 cents on them. Sometime I kill the guy, I say, guy, what the fuck are you doing here, man? You're an outlaw for what? You have a 2 cents in your pocket. You're doing this evil shit for why? You're broke. So we can expect the gangs and enemy players that engage you, not players, but any NPCs that engage you, to drop more. That would be my opinion. Increase that a little bit. It's pretty low right now. Maybe that's just in the form of there's more of a chance of them dropping jewelry. I would be okay with that. And some of them do give you like 60 cents or 80 cents. And maybe don't increase that amount, but let's increase the bare minimum from 2 cents to, let's put it like 30 cents or 40 cents. You know, let's increase the minimum there. Speaking of which, there's a gang fight here. I'm not going to engage it. I would not be able to do this video and fight a gang. So that goes right into gold. Gold's a part of the game. We know it is, but we don't know exactly what the equivalent ratio is, real money to gold bars. And are we going to figure that out? Probably this week. That's probably something that we come to realize and learn about this week. That Rockstar is going to want to get their store open as soon as possible and start earning that money. And we'll see this week probably how the gold's going to come. If not, I would expect it early next week. Maybe what they do is they say, hey, let's get the economy straightened out with the dollar amount before we give the gold bar to real life value, you know, before we do that. So maybe they wait a little bit to balance out the economy before they do that. Alligator, where are you? Okay, you don't hide from me, you big fuck. Then that brings us to PvP. Now, Rockstar hasn't hinted at any PvP changes as of right now. What I would expect, though, as we get along, is some changes to the matchmaking. Obviously, we're in beta right now, so we can expect some changes to the matchmaking coming forward. Right now, it's just sometimes you go to get in a match, and you're literally in there watching another entire match before you get to play yours. So we can expect that to change. Probably they'll smooth it out with this first update just a little bit on the back end, but they might really assess that later on. I know that in the video we did where we talked about what's wrong with RDR2 Online earlier in the week, I mentioned that the mechanics are pretty rough. I doubt we'll get any changes to the mechanics. That's probably not going to be something that they're focused on super hard right now. The economy is the main focus, and the mechanics, honestly, is a huge thing to change. And so we may not even get ever a change to that. They might smooth the edges out to it, but we might not ever get a change to that. One thing that I really would like to see, though, is I would like to see the weapons we use automatically cock themselves, or rather us just not have to aim down sight to cock them. I'm hoping that when we're using that bolt action or whatever, right, we take our shot, we can do that motion of cocking the bolt action, emptying the barrel, and then loading in the next round without going ADS. If we could do that without going ADS, I'd really like to see that change somewhere in the future. That might be something we see way farther down the line. Big news, though, is there's no stat reset. At least Rockstar has put out information today saying, like, hey, we realize that people are concerned about a stat reset. We're doing everything that the stat reset is not going to happen, basically. It's not going to happen. So at this point, if it did happen, it would be a huge blunder. I'm sure that they won't allow it to happen. We don't need to worry about a stat reset. Go ahead and grind those levels out. Now we are to the fun part of the video where we come with the brand new good idea to help the game increase the power of the fun and playability. So these are just some ideas that we want to maybe incorporate into the game, or, you know, just put it out there. As long as, if you have a great idea, comment down below. I want to see what you guys are thinking, what changes we can make to the game. One of the big things for me is griefing. Griefing is just such a pain sometimes. Sometimes it's not that bad, but griefing can be a real pain. So one thing I'd like to see is while you're in cities, right? While you're in towns or cities, sometimes players will just poach them, and you've been out hunting, and players will poach you on your way in and prevent you from selling your stuff, whatever, right? One thing I'd like to see is, how about when a player poaches in a town, the police come after him, right? And the cops are super aggressive, at least in the town area. And what happens is that if you get caught or killed by them, they impound your horse, and you have to pay a fee that's larger than a vet fee or something like that to get your horse back. I think this would really deter griefing inside towns, which is kind of where you don't want to see it the most, while also not completely eliminating it to the point where you feel like towns are safe zones, because that's also kind of on the other end of the spectrum where we don't want to see that. Okay, I came out here to hunting, and what we killed. Here's another gator. Look, it's a couple gator. Horse, relax. We're getting our food. We're getting our food tonight. I like how the gator look at you. They don't run away. They just accept the fate that they are slow as dirt, and they can't do shit when you come out there with their rifle. So I really like that idea with preventing the griefing as much in towns. It would especially help with posses that just kind of control towns. That is one of the harder things to deal with, and maybe we don't allow the posse to do that much anymore, please. Then the last thing, and this is a matchmaking thing that we would like to see. How about let's get some posse on posse battles? Let's get some posse on posse game playlists. And then let's make that playlist with a leaderboard. Get some competitive action in here. Get some like high tier posses playing against high tier posse. Make it really fun to be the best outlaws in the land. What's the point of being the outlaw if I can't tell everyone that I am? I know the game is set in the age of the 1890 year-old, okay? But I don't care. I still have the social media outside the game. I want everybody to know that we're not fucking around, okay? We are going to be the best posse in the town. We're gonna recruit the dirtbags, that's you and the others, and we're gonna make the #1 posse. So I want to see the posse versus the posse battling. Add it to the game. Rockstar is listening to us, guys. They're listening, okay? In your bedroom, in the morning, you wake up, you're taking the shit and you're reading the whatever. If you just in your bed, oh, I would have slept so much better if the Rockstar made it so that this dirtbag Alfredo Sauce 92 didn't camping me in the town. Or maybe you're in the shower and you're just realize in your head that fucking game, I'm every time aim at someone, I have to cock the barrel and I'm getting killed all the time for this shit. Rockstar, just that's all. Rockstar out there, they're tweeting, they know, they're listening. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll see you later.